Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I would like
Good
to.
evening.
Good evening. Okay. First and foremost, I would like to uh, say my gratitude to Mewin for giving me this opportunity to talk on today's platform. Yeah. Basically, I used to do with my co-partner Rajwin, but today she is not quite well, so I will take the whole show. And today we are going to talk on stress. Yeah, and how um, time management helps in giving a relief to stress. Okay, before I start, let me just give a rough introduction about me. I am Nahan, or my brand name is YB Nahan in Malaysia. People call me in the ebook arena. I am a technocrat in ebook writing, and I've taught many people how to write. I teach them the techniques of writing ebook. And in my class, participants are able to come up with their first draft of minimum 35 pages within 24 hours. That is my expertise. Initially, many wouldn't believe, but after seeing the track record and the testimonies, which are in my Facebook, it is already attested that anybody can write within a short frame of time as less as 24 hours. Okay, that is my forte. Of course, I'm also a motivational speaker, and I've been working with the government department for 20 years and in the private sector for 20 years. So I've got a vast knowledge in writing. I started in 2016. I finished my first ebook immediately after COVID, after which, thereafter, I've written 15 ebooks to date. The last book was published day before yesterday, also on ebook. Yeah. But today it is very special. We are going to discuss on how time management can help to reduce your stress level. Okay. The word stress is very common. Everybody talk about stress. But what is stress? Yeah. We must understand that stress is our body response to our pressure. Okay. How we respond to the pressures that we get into. When we encounter stress, our body produces hormones that trigger our immune system. Yeah? Too much stress can cause adverse effects. Yeah? Long term effect, it can lead to physical and mental health. Basically, in summary, that is what we call stress. Yeah. So, why is stress so important? Why am I talking on this subject matter, stress, and how is it related to time management? I believe, in my experience, I have seen time management has got a direct linkage on stress. Yeah. If you are unable to control your emotion, control your time management. If you do not have a productive time management, it will eventually give you stress more than we anticipate. That is the outcome if we do not have a proper time management. Okay. Before I go into the picture, excuse me, what causes stress? There are many things in life that causes stress, from daily hassles, yeah, financial situations, heavy workloads, unsafe living conditions, physical factors such as illness, lack of sleep, and negative thought, and also during bereavement. We have got too much task on hand that we cannot concentrate. And this obviously gives us more stress. Okay. We think, we assume stress is not the main factor we can always control, but inevitably, many of us are unable to control the stress because there are a lot of things that we do that does not give us a stress-free life. Okay. So what are the signs of stress? Mm. First and foremost is anxious. Yeah. First and foremost is anxious. Then we are afraid of something. When we are doing a lot of things, we are afraid of the outcome. We are afraid what would happen. Yeah. Angry. And people respond to us and we are not in good, you're not able to accept with their reasoning powers, then we get very angry. It's part of the sign is also being sad. When you are sad, you cannot focus on anything. Yeah. Whatever you do, your mind will still take you to your past habits. Okay. Irritable. Very often when we lies with people or when we talk to people, we communicate with people, we become very irritable because we are not able to accept what they say, neither do they can accept what we say. So there's a conflict of understanding. So it becomes a very irritable situation. Another sign of stress is frustrated. This is the biggest challenge we all face, being frustrated. Sometimes we do our work, we commit to ourselves, but the external forces gives us a lot of problems that we are not able to handle and we become very frustrated. Why am I doing? I'm doing all this thing. At the end of the day, what am I getting? You know. So I feel very frustrated. Another thing is depression. When you are depressed, you cannot do things as you are supposed to do. Okay, a depressed person will always do things which are not right to address a lot of issues. If this is left unattended, what would be the outcome? Okay, it will affect our sleep, okay, and our memory will be affected. Eating habits will change. We feel less inclined to exercise, and all these things lead to a term which is called stress, stress, stress. And if these go on, as I always say in my workshops or in my talks, stress will give you the three S. Okay, there is stress, strike, stroke. So we must be very, very careful, very cautious, especially as we age. Yeah, as we are moving uh, from a younger age to an elderly age, we must manage ourselves to be less stressed. But how can we do? We can talk until the cow comes home. How to avoid stress? But at the end of the day, we are all caught in the same situation. We are unable to uh, release our stress, and we are really caught in a situation where things go bad. You know, we become very depressed, we get very angry, and not only that, if you are a retired person, you will age faster than the norm. Why? Because of stress. You're trying to do a lot of things, trying to please everyone. At the end of the day, we find whatever we do is not being appreciated. This gives us full of stress and eventually it will lead to a lot of negative things. Yeah. Especially your health, your productivity, your communication, your relationship. You see, it affects as a spectrum. Yeah, stress is the uh, ignition to get us into many issues. Yeah, including our mental, our physical, our health. At the end of the day, others are not going to lose. It is we who are going to lose. So we need to manage this stress. We really need to address. Even if you cannot address completely, doesn't matter. Work on it, work on it, work on it. Eventually, whatever you are doing consciously, whatever you are doing out of conscious mind, it will eventually get into your subconscious mind. And that is when you will have a stress free life, or at least a manageable stress free life. Yeah. Otherwise, believe me, we will age much faster. We will get very angry. We will get annoyed. There are a lot of things which will happen if we are not careful on how we handle things. So I've spoken about the causes, what is stress, and the sign of stress. So now go into the main content. As my topic says, how time management can help to reduce your stress level. Okay. So having spoken about stress, why is time so important? Time is time. I have got 24 hours, you have got 24 hours. So what's the difference? I cannot get 25 hours or 26 hours. Neither can you. Neither is a person in the North Pole or a South Pole, wherever they are. We all have 24 hours only, my friend. If anybody come and say, I have got more time, meaning to say it is a good sign, meaning to say they are able to cope more tasks without being stressed. They know how to manage. So in time management, you actually do not manage time because time is fixed, 24 hours, period. If anybody come and tell time management is scheduling of time, I would disagree because I also have 24 hours, you also have 24 hours. What is important is prioritizing your schedules. How do you arrange? How do you allocate your 24 hours to get the best results that at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you will be able to accomplish your desired goals, thus achieving a less stress lifestyle. Okay. Now let us jump into the race. Okay. Uh, what is time management? Okay. As I said, yeah, time management is basically not managing time. Management is basically managing your resources and your task. That if you do this, achieve your desired results. That is an effective time management. Okay. So when people come and tell me, Nahan, I don't agree with you. I just cannot. I cannot finish my work. My reply to them would be, everybody have got their task. Okay. In a working environment, everybody got their task. If A can finish it, why can't you? Then obviously you come and tell me, no, I got so much things to do. I have to do it. Everything is urgent, urgent, urgent. If I do not do it, I will accumulate my work. At the end of the day, I will not be accomplishing my task to achieve my desired results. Why is that so? Because it is understandable. We are all busy. None of us is so free that we can spend a lot of time thinking, how to prepare, how to arrange, what to do and all. There are times urgent things has to be done. So what is important, how can you have a proper time management is you need to identify the four quadrants in life. Yeah. The four quadrants in life. The first quadrant is urgent and important. Meaning what? Meaning I have to do the chores now. If I do not do it, I'm dead. For example, paying of bills. Yeah, electricity bills. The bill you may receive around the 20th or the 15th of the following month, and you're supposed to pay by the end of next month. What we normally do, when you receive the bill, it is not urgent. Okay, it's not urgent. So we procrastinate, we procrastinate, we procrastinate until the last day of the month. If I don't pay today by 9 a.m., my house electricity will be cut off. That is what you call urgency. Okay, urgency. You're not working on importance. You're working on an urgent matter. You have to do it now. The phone rings. I have to answer. It is urgent, yes. If I don't answer, it may be, I may be missing some business deals. So I have to attend it now. That is what you call important and urgent. So in life, we need to identify which are these things. List out your duties, which you have to do it that day. If you do not do it, you're asking for trouble. Okay, one of the reasons. So that puts you in quadrant one. So you'll be focusing a lot on your quadrant one activities, paying things last minute, doing reports last minute, okay, attending to meetings last minute, not prepared. Morning 9 o'clock meeting, you're not prepared. You go to the meeting without preparation. Why? Is this what we should do? But most of us are caught into this. We focus more on urgencies rather than the importance. Okay. So in life, we need to identify what are the things which comes in quadrant one, which is urgent and important. I have to do it now. I have to do it today. So you'll have a whole list of to-do lists under the quadrant one. So much so you wouldn't have time to focus on other things. It's like a firefighting. Yeah. It's like a uh, it's like firefighting. Okay, people who firefight, they're always on alert, 24 hours. They have to do it now. When there's a fire, they have to go there and there. They cannot say, "Oh no, I'm too busy. I'm caught in other things. I will go later." Cannot. So the first one is you need to identify what things are in the urgent matter, what things are under important. That means important and urgent. Yeah. Quadrant number one. Let's look at the next quadrant. I'll go to quadrant three. Quadrant three is quadrant three is important but not urgent. It's important. Is it? It's not urgent. It's very important. For example, on a weekday, your friends call you, "Hey Nahan, come let's go for a football match." I being his very close friend, even if I have all many other jobs to be done, I still want to make him pleased. I still want to satisfy him. So for his sake, I go. For me, it's not important, right? I mean, for me, uh, it's not important, right? But it's urgent because I have to do it. Please, my friend. So if we can identify certain things that are important but not urgent, okay? So these are the things that we need to reduce. When you reduce quadrant number three, you will be able to focus more on the subsequent quadrant. Okay, so quadrant three is basically yes man. Okay, yes man. You are a yes man. That means you do things to satisfy people. It may not be of importance to you, but it's urgent because you have to make your friends happy so that you can have a long list of friends. Yeah, can go for a drink, can go for games, can go for shows, can go for outings, so many things. So this is basically a doormat. Quadrant three is basically a yes man or a doormat. People use you for their benefits. So you need to really carefully understand what are the things that come under this. Again, this one also you need to reduce. Yeah. How can you reduce? You move them to the next another two more quadrants. I'll come to that later. So before we go to quadrant number two, let's go to quadrant number four. Quadrant number four says not urgent, not important. Okay. Dr. Prashant, can you help me? Share with me one thing that is not urgent and that is not important. It's good to share so that it doesn't become monotonous. Of any others want to share, please do unmute and just share with me what do you understand by quadrant number four. Not important, not urgent. Anybody want to share? Dr. Prasant, Madam Sneha, Uma, Rajwin.
Not urgent, but not urgent, but not important is like calling a friend.
Okay, it's not important, neither is it urgent.
Yeah.
Okay. One more example. Can anybody share with me? Don't worry, wrong or right, because we are all learning. Maybe I get new ideas
Rolling,
from you.
rolling WhatsApp.
Rolling
Uh,
WhatsApp.
what's that?
Rolling WhatsApp.
Rolling WhatsApp. Yeah, scrolling WhatsApp. Good morning. Okay. These are all time wasters, right? Things that are not important, things that are not urgent, those are time wasters. You can
Sending
have,
greetings unnecessarily to everybody.
yes, chit-chatting unnecessarily, reading newspaper every Sunday from the first page till the last page. No, extensive reading. Are they important to you actually? You are just reading to pass time. That is actually a time waster. Yeah. So time wasters, you have to have the courage to say no. When you say no to quadrant four, which is not important, not urgent, it is not in your priority list. Yeah. If you can consciously work on it, of course, I don't expect you to change overnight. Impossible. Okay. If anybody can tell, no, you listen to my talk tomorrow, you will change. I would disagree. Okay. This is basically something you have to consciously work inside you. Okay. Identify what is quadrant one. Identify what is quadrant three. Can anyone share with me what is quadrant three? Don't worry about mistakes because we're all in the learning. We're all in the learning process. Just to make it lively. Anybody want to share? Quadrant three. What is quadrant three? Going once? Going twice? Going thrice. Okay. Quadrant three is not important, not urgent. If you can identify this to-do list in the quadrant three, you can always reduce them. If you reduce quadrant one and quadrant two, and you say no to quadrant four, you will have ample time in quadrant number, Rajit,
One.
because you are reducing your quadrant 1, you are reducing your quadrant 3, and you are saying no to quadrant 4. So you have a lot on quadrant 2, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. So that is how you plan. Okay, focus on quadrant 2 activities. If you do it consciously, you will be able to do much more and more productive. And the minute you are doing things more productivity, with more productiveness, it will help you to reduce your stress level. Because why? Quadrant 2 needs what? Needs planning. Yeah. Whatever you do, you must plan. If you do not plan, if you wait for the last minute, it will not sit in quadrant 2, but it will sit in quadrant. Anybody want to say anything? No. Okay. Where was I? Okay. If you are not able to focus on quadrant 2, you will be attracted to quadrant 4 and quadrant 3 or quadrant 1. But if you are able to manage your quadrant 1, try to identify what are the things can you move from quadrant 1 to quadrant 2. Give me one activity that you can convert or you can move an activity from quadrant 1 to quadrant 2. Anybody would like to share? Just give a thought. Doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong answer here. Give me one activity that you are that can be moved from quadrant 1, which is important and urgent, to quadrant 2, important but not urgent. So quadrant 2 is important but not urgent too. Give me one activity that you can move from quadrant 1 to quadrant 3. Sorry, quadrant 2. Anybody want to share? Don't worry. There's no right, wrong answer. Okay, because we are all learning. Because if you can share, then the process of understanding a proper time management will be more effective. I can give you an example. Remember, I was talking about the payment of bill. Do not keep until the last day to pay. The bill you would have gotten 2 weeks before the expiry date, before the due date. The minute you receive, schedule it, plan to pay under quadrant 2. This way, you are coming out of quadrant 1, moving into quadrant 2. You're planning. Okay. So quadrant 2 needs planning. Quadrant 2, scheduling your priorities. What are your priorities in life? The priorities in life are those that if you do well, you will get amicable result that meets your desire of meeting your mission, your goal. Correct? So you have to do that. It sounds very simple, you know. It sounds very simple. But the irony is, whatever simple, at the start it becomes a challenge. You must be able to have the courage. From now, I'm going to focus on my quadrant 2. Do it consciously. Do it for 30 days. You'll be surprised to see how much of your quadrant 1 activities is lowered, how much of your quadrant 3 activities are lowered, and how much of your quadrant 4 activities are lower. The minute you manage this, automatically the graph in quadrant 2 becomes bigger. So you will have more things to do in quadrant 2. Yeah, through planning. Okay. Weekly planning is very good. Okay, weekly plan. If you have got a planner, list out your important schedules for the whole week, including the time. Okay, this is where you fix an agenda. As an employee, just list out 1 or 2 items. As a family person, just list out 1 or 2 items. Take the most important thing. Okay, once you've accomplished these important things, you will find you will have other space to do other activities important too. But you have to identify which are the most important thing that if you do well, well organized, well implemented, you will be able to get your results. That is your vision, your goals. Okay. So uh, habit two is basically a habit of planning. Okay. Sorry. I mean mistake. Not habit two, yeah. Quadrant two is a habit of uh, improvement, is a habit of scheduling, is a habit of prioritizing your task, your daily task. It is not easy, my friend. Nothing is easy in this world. Nothing is easy in this world. But if your mind is fixed, if your intention is noble, and it comes from within you, it's an inside out approach, you will definitely see the results that are much more meaningful. At the end of the day, you would have accomplished a lot of things, and this obviously will give you lesser stress. Don't you agree?
True, sir.
Don't you all agree? If you focus on quadrant two activities, I am sure at the end of your accomplishment, you would have achieved a lot of things, making yourself peaceful, less stress, communication improves. You will have time to allocate more time for more activities. But in reality, most of us, although we got a lot of priority, yes, I must do this, I must do this, I must do this. Let's just list out some of the activities that you're doing daily that actually does not require you to do. If you're conscious about it, you try to write down, I strongly believe you will get a long list of these unwanted things that are being addressed. That's the biggest challenge in many individuals, let it be at the personal level, let it be at the managerial level, let it be at the organizational level, the department level, or as a friend, as a father, a brother, family member, you will find things will change. But friends, let me assure you, it is not an easy task. Yeah, it's not an easy task. You have to work on it consciously. If you do not practice for the first 30 days, no matter whatever training you go, it will sooner or later die off. Because attending all these trainings, they are something like motivation. Motivational, it's a booster. If I were to attend a program and get motivated, that motivation, if I take it as a motivation, it will only last a few days. As the motivation reduces, your concentration level also reduces. So your graph is like a bell curve. Goes up, then comes down and step. That's a bell curve. Yeah. So remember what I said. If you ever want to improve your lifestyle with a stress-free lifestyle, you must change your way of thinking. You must have a vision. You must act in order to do these targets, this achievement. Then I guarantee you will definitely find some changes. Yeah. Whatever I have spoken, they are actually part of the seven habits of highly effective people. Okay. If you have the chance to read that book, read it. This is habit number 3. Okay. Put first things first. I'm not joking. I'm not just saying for the sake of saying, because I was with them for many, many years. I have done a lot of trainings. I have done a lot of what you call speeches, talks on these things. Believe me, there's nothing but basically the truth. It's very simple. It is not a scientific thing. Yeah, it's very simple, basic. Everybody knows it. But the problem is how many of us are consciously working on it. That is the problem. Okay, so the conscious must be here. If it is in your mind, and if you consciously work on it day in, day out, you need not practice it all the time. Okay, I'm not expecting you to change all of a sudden, or instill the practice throughout immediately after learning this. Gradually you understand what is the aspect, what is the concept, what are the strategies. Yeah, and to give you a better idea, how can you go about it in order to lead a stress-free life. Yeah, being stress-free, it will help you in many, many ways. It will help you from getting stroke. It will help you from getting fatigue. It will help you in many other works that you will be able to handle without any stress. So my topic today, how time management can help to reduce stress. I think it fits in very well. Yeah, although it's a short uh, discussion or sharing. I hope whatever I have said, you will receive it in a positive mind. And should you want to know more, you can always contact me through Mavin, Dr. Shabana. She'll be able to link us. And we can, because another area where you can reduce your stress other than time management is obviously writing. Writing makes your mind creative. Writing makes your mind more energetic, and you'll be willing to share a lot of your knowledge to others through writing. Yeah, of which I am also an expert. I've trained many ebook writers to write their first ebook draft in 24 hours. Dr. Shabana is one of them. You can hear from her. Okay, so basically, I don't want to focus on that because today's topic is merely on how time management can be reduced. Sorry, how stress can be reduced using a proper time management tool. So with that, I hope I have shared what I'm supposed to share. Whatever I've said, nothing from written down, nothing from the book. I just say out of my expertise. Yeah, I'm just saying it out of my expertise because that is my passion, and I am really grateful for Dr. Shobana to have given me the opportunity to talk under consciously positive uh, program. Yeah. So that is there any questions you all want to ask? I'm very willing to share with you if I can. Sneha, Dr. Prasan, Prema.
Yeah, I think Sneha was. Yeah, Sneha.
So I just want to thank you, first of all, for bringing this topic. I really remember the last talk we had on the topic, which you have discussed, legacy, which is still fresh in my mind,
That's
and
good.
it was it was really wonderful on that time also. Thank you for bringing in this topic. As you have already told that the simplest thing is managing your time, and yes, devoting our attention, because where our attention goes, the energy flows. So bringing the attention to the right kind of things that we choose in our life to be giving time to can bring a drastic change into our lives. It
Yes.
can.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very much. Very
Yeah,
good. Okay, you want to say some more? You want to say some more? Can no problem.
pardon?
You want to say some more? Can no problem.
No, no, thank you.
No,
I
okay.
just thank you so much for this also, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you very, very much. So basically, you see, when I teach, I'm not doing all this for business. Yeah, please remember, I'm not doing this for business. It is I'm doing out of passion
Mm,
because I have got a passion to teach, to share my knowledge.
mm,
That is where I've also written a book,
mm,
how to share, how to leave behind a legacy. So Dr. Shabana knows me very well.
mm,
For me, this is not a money-making model. Yeah. For me, this is basically simple sharing which everyone can understand. That is why I do not use bombastic words. Yeah. You no need to refer to a dictionary. Hey, what Nahan said, I don't understand. Open up a dictionary. No. I'm putting all into the simplest form because this kind of thing is needed by everyone, not only certain people. It can be housewives, it can be students, it can be parents, it can be professionals, it can be HR, admin, anybody. That is why in all my talk, I try my level best to make it as simple as possible. I do not use bombastic words. I
The
don't
simpler, yes,
because
the
since
simpler they are,
I'm in
the relatable they are. Yes, sir.
yes, because I'm in the ebook industry and ebook we normally use simple language. So whatever I talk, I will try to transcribe translate using simple words which everybody can understand,
Yes, sure.
not only certain group. Yeah. Thank you very
I
much,
think
Sneha.
Premaji also want to share. Premaji
Yeah,
and
sure.
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, we can live without stress.
Mm.
First, you must to know that what is more important in your life at present. Because
Yes.
most of the people, they carry 25 kilos on the head and unnecessarily worrying, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to. Just think what is more important at present. Do it that. The rest is for tomorrow.
Yes.
And if you are feeling tired, you let everything down and sit for 5 minutes. Then you do it. Most of the
Exactly.
people unnecessarily stress because they
Mm.
always think, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do that. And most
Yeah.
of the time they spend for thinking what I have to do tomorrow or in the future. We can easily manage our time, just do it what is more important.
Yes. What
And
matters
waste your
most?
time unnecessarily talking to the people, and they're repeating the same thing. And
Mm.
you must know how to say no.
Yes.
Even to your family, to your boss, you must
Mm.
know your capacity and you know that you're doing what is good, what is right.
Yes. Yeah.
And you have to give the maximum input what you're doing it. You have to be
Yes.
sincere in everything.
Exactly.
So we
So,
can manage, we can have a life without stress.
mm. Yeah. But the question is, how many of us are doing it?
Yeah.
Because because the problem here is we try to please the bosses, yeah,
You cannot
or
please
others.
anyone. You are to honest
Yeah.
with
But there's a
ourselves.
norm. There's a norm of the people, because the boss says so, I have to do it. But if you are courageous as what you say just now, if you are
If you are
courageous
doing your
to speak up.
job
Mm,
sincerely,
mm,
properly, and you know yourself, you are right or not. You have to be
yeah.
honest with yourself.
Yes.
And we must know to say even to anyone, even to your director of your company, or when you know that you're right,
Yeah. Have the courage to say,
courage to
to,
say no.
to explain why you say no. You
You
must
have
have
to explain it.
evidence,
Yeah,
right?
you have
You
to
must have
explain.
evidence.
Yes.
You must have the evidence. You cannot just
Yeah.
simply go and say no after the boss will fire you.
No, without working and spending your time talking with
Yes.
your colleagues and
Mm,
telephone and everything, smoking the cigarettes and everything. And we
yes.
cannot complete. You have to be passionate with your job. You have to be sincere with your job.
Yeah.
Even housework also, you have to be sincere what you're doing it. And you
You
must
know
know
what?
your limit. You must know your
Yes.
limit.
Let me share with you my experience. At one time, I was in the working employment. I was employed and I was asked to do a lot of things, but I was very good in time management. I keep track of all the activities. I got a planner listed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that when the boss suddenly came and said, "Han, I want you to do this tomorrow." I can't say no immediately. So what I did is I brought the planner to him. I showed him, boss, look at all my schedules for today and tomorrow. Can you tell me which of these activities I can postpone so I can do your work. Later, if anything, if I do not do that, please don't hold me responsible because you said so. So you're passing the responsibilities to the boss.
Yes.
Very often when the boss looks at this, oh yeah, oh okay, I look for another person. It
Yeah.
does happen. It does happen. I mean, I wouldn't say 100%, but at least if you are that type of person, sooner or later people will understand. Even the bosses will understand. That is
No,
why
the
keeping a
problem,
proper
people are so scared to talk. They're telling, if I say that, I will hurt, or like I have a problem in my future. You have to be
yes,
frank, be honest with yourself.
mhm,
Be
that is the
frank
key.
with people. You can solve many things instead of keeping it everything unnecessarily, the sufferings, the that will take you to sick. You have to be very straightforward. But you have to be
Y-
honest with yourself. You have to be sincere with
Yes,
yourself.
sincerity must be there. You must be loyal to your work,
Yeah.
not to the boss, but
You
to your
have to do
work.
everything with dedication, with a passion.
Exactly. I fully agree with you, Dr. Prashant, is it?
No, I'm Prema.
Oh,
Prema.
okay, Prima. Okay, I
Yeah,
fully
I'm Prema.
appreciate what you have said. Exactly. That is what we should be focusing. Okay, is there any other
Yes, sir.
any
Sir,
yeah.
namaste. Sir, I am
Yes,
Dr.
namaste.
Prashant.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. So it was wonderful session, sir. And whatever ma'am was talking, it is 100% correct. But what I believe, this comes with your experience and the with the time. And
Mm,
you have a lot of experience, and now you are sitting in such a situation where you can say no. But
mm,
no, saying no is not a no, because there
yes,
must be and because it is a not only time management, this is the basically situation management.
life
And the
management.
says, if something like you are just talking about that quadrant of whether it is necessary, urgent, and it is required or not required, you have to divide the work in all the four quadrant, right? So
Yes.
it depends on you how fast you are doing this management.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some work will be there which has to be delivered within short span of time, and some work may be very urgent, but you can take after half an hour, 1 hour, 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 2 month. So it is all it is a combination of situation, combination of timing, requirement of timing. Everything is a mix and match, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah. So what I believe and what I also do in I have more than 100 people are working under me, and maximum people are coming with some problem. All the problem you cannot say yes. All problem you cannot say no also, because once
Yes.
you are leading the team,
Yeah.
your no will demotivate your team.
Yeah.
Or
Bring it to the
sometimes,
discussion.
yeah, and
Bring it to the
sometimes
discussion table.
your yes will also demotivate the team.
Mhm.
And so all
Exactly.
the yes is not required, and all the no also is not required.
Yes, it's true. I fully agree with you. Thank you very, very much, doctor. I really appreciate. I think today I'm very glad that participants are getting involved more, and this is what I really like. Otherwise, it become
Yes, sir.
monotonous. Yeah, otherwise it become monotonous. The speaker
Yeah.
will just talk. At the end of the day, you just close the Zoom and nothing happens.
Actually,
So,
if you really want it to, we can. Sorry, we cannot remove 100% stress, but we
Of
can
course.
normalize,
Reduce. You can
reduce.
reduce the
Yes,
gap. Yeah. Important is you can never eradicate, but you can reduce the gap.
you cannot
Yeah.
avoid 100%. But
And
stress comes.
no way, no way you can remove 100%. But
But
at
you
least
basically,
it
have to
helps to
develop the
reduce.
inner peace inside. The
Mm.
stillness of
basically
mind.
stress is a state of mind.
Unnecessarily worrying for tomorrow or in the future, it doesn't make any.
Yes, it will
Yeah.
never make any difference. Yeah. So everything is in our mind.
Yeah, you
Yeah. If
shouldn't
your
have.
mind is
Yeah,
okay, carry on.
people are worrying for nothing. I think you have to be sure of planify your life. What is more important, you have to do it.
Yeah, it's true. Good. I'm
And
very
how
glad.
to deal with the people, how to deal with the people.
Yes.
Because with the boss, you have to be very diplomat.
Of course.
And you can explain to him in a very diplomatic way.
Yeah. Because your character will tell the boss what kind of person are you.
Your personality is very important.
Personality,
and the way
yes.
you're analyzing the things is very important.
Yes. Your personality, your way of doing things, your commitment, your courage.
And your confidence, self-confidence.
Confidence.
When you,
With this thing, it will help the boss to understand you better.
understand, yes.
Yes. I fully agree with you.
First, you have to be sure of your position.
You have to understand your boss also.
It will take time, you cannot change it overnight. Yeah. Slowly you try to work on it. I'm sure sooner or later you will see some changes.
We
I
have
can
to
assure you.
work ourselves,
Yes.
Everyone has to work with ourselves.
Exactly. Good. I'm very glad. Thank you for all the sharing. Is there anybody who want to share some more?
So Nahan, well done today. Sorry, my voice is a bit sore.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's why I didn't speak with you because I am in a lot of pain.
Mhm.
So well done. I think time management is very, very important. Like I feel that many a times people have said people misunderstand the concept of um, people misunderstand the concept of no matter how busy you are, you can say, oh, if you want to prioritize one person or somebody, you can say occupied. So I think busy is not the kind of,
Yeah.
busy is the wrong word to put it.
It's true. Fantastic, Rajvi. Thank you
Because
for sharing.
everybody is busy, but if there's some priority to be done, you need to prioritize. For me, I would prioritize my health first now. So well done, and really appreciate your effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajvi. Okay, Dr. Shabana, now back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nahan. It was really wonderful session today. Everyone participated and we all got a lot of value. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you for
that's very
creating
good.
that. And
Okay.
thank you, everyone, and see you again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you,
good.
everybody.
Thank
Thank
you
you
and
so
good night.